Story time. I hit 1000 subscribers on YouTube and I wanted to quit. You ask me why? It's a long story because what I've realized that everybody celebrates 1000 subscribers on YouTube very differently. So some people would go around, tell people around them, some people would call their friends, family and whatnot. But sometimes you feel that you've hit this milestone, but you do not really feel the success part of it. You feel still like a failure. And just for the context, I worked for 2 years to reach that milestone. So it didn't happen for me overnight. It wasn't 10 days, a week, month, 6 months period for me. But it took me all those years to arrive at my first milestone of YouTube. So once that happens, you would imagine screaming with excitement, but actually that didn't happen. Hi everybody, this is Samreen here. I'm a full-time academic in the UK after doing my PhD here. So coming back to YouTube. So by the time I reached around 900 subscribers, I was counting every number of subscribers. Every single time I would see some increase in numbers, I would just take a screenshot of that. And because I was thinking, I'm one step closer to my goal and it's happening soon. Every single day I would check my analytics, not once time, not twice, actually many times. And I would keep on refreshing my feed. But actually when that happened, that one day I refreshed my analytics and the number went from 999 to 1000. I just sat there looking at my phone thinking, what does that mean? So this has happened now. What difference does it make to me now? Yes, it's great to see that number. There's 4-digit number now. It's not 3-digit number. But what does that really mean? And in that very moment, I felt extremely insignificant because I thought, well, am I just following the trap of numbers? Is it just for vanity? So I sat there not feeling good about it, not feeling happy about it. I started looking at other channels who have done this a lot sooner than I did. I started watching videos where somebody made a video about how to reach 1000 subscribers in 1 week, 10 days, a month, 6 months, and so on and so forth. But I started comparing myself to those people, and YouTube, as it is, the algorithm kept on recommending all those videos to me. The first 10K is the easiest. And I was like, what? 10K? This is just 1K. What am I even doing here? And you know what? The sad part was that I couldn't be even happy for those people because I just kept on criticizing myself. I looked at my thumbnails and I thought, these are not good enough. Look at theirs. I looked at myself and thought, maybe I'm not for YouTube. Maybe my personality is not good enough for YouTube. And you know, I am somebody who has a PhD in my field, and I would think really good about myself that, look, I have done something in my life. I've done really well in my studies and I have a really good career as well. But here I was sitting, self-sabotaging myself and literally criticizing every single aspect of myself. And I thought to myself, I know better than that. I know numbers won't define me. I know this is just for me to learn and enjoy the process. So numbers should not really come in the way. But here I was sitting there and criticizing every single thing I could in that very moment. Even to the extent that I was thinking, my ideas are really boring. The way I speak is not good. My niche is oversaturated. My editing style is not good. My filming is not good. My camera is not good. My lighting is not good, and so on and so forth. So in that very moment, I felt from being very proud on the fact that I achieved that milestone to something very downplaying that this is not a big deal. And actually, this is not even that big milestone to celebrate. And then the question came about my identity. The identity crisis, because once you start YouTube journey, everybody kind of tells you all the challenges which may come your way, but also then you are still a newbie, so you're still kind of given that benefit of doubt. Because at 100 subscribers I was learning, at 500, at 999 I was almost there. But what about 1000? I felt like I'm too small to be taken seriously, yet I'm too big to use the excuse of I'm still new here, because I should know better now since I have 1000 subscribers. So my friends would ask me, oh, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Can you please advise me? All of these things really would make me feel really small. And I thought to myself, look, how pathetic it is that I am attaching myself to this number, to this matrix, which is here today, which might not be here tomorrow. And if that's not there tomorrow, how would I process that? And of course, then came the reality check. Now, if you have 1000 subscribers, people would expect that your videos are doing really well, or perhaps you're earning money. Guess what? Nothing like that happened in my case. Till date, my videos average view count from, let's say, 200 to 300, and it's an average, right? Because some videos are even under 100 views. And money, don't even go there, because I have, yes, achieved a 1000 subscriber goal, but for the monetization, I'm way far behind in terms of the view counts. My view counts are nowhere near monetization. So right now, I'm not earning anything from YouTube. I'm just spending my time, energy, and resources on it. And since I have studied business all my life, I started doing cost benefit analysis, and I thought to myself, look, how much time and resources I have invested in this YouTube thing, and what have I gotten in return? So for example, I have spent 2 years of time to do this YouTube channel, through which I have gained 1000 subscribers. Now, if I do a basic maths, on average, I've spent 10 hours every single week throughout these 2 years on my YouTube channel. Approximately, there are 104 weeks in 2 years' time. And if you do the maths, 104 times 10, that's more than 1000 hours I've spent on YouTube to achieve that milestone. So then I started thinking about the fact that if I spend those 1000 hours on, let's say, learning a new language, or reading books, or pursuing another hobby, I would get there. But in this scenario, I don't know where I'm going. And here is more messed up part. When I looked at my number of subscribers and I looked at the list, I realized I don't even know these people. Perhaps YouTube was not recommending my videos to them. My video views are coming mostly from browse feature, search feature, and only 20 to 30% of views are coming from my own subscribers. So who are these other people? So again, that brought me the question of, so what does that mean to have 1000 subscribers? Is it just the number? And guess what? When I posted something about me achieving that milestone, it did not get many views. Not many people celebrated it. And then again, I questioned myself, well, nobody really cares. What am I thinking about here? After all that mental spiral I went through, I sat down and reflected on the fact that why in the first place I decided to do a YouTube channel. So after my PhD, I started a YouTube channel just with one aim. I came from Pakistan to the UK as an international student. I studied here on scholarship, and then I've started here working full time as well. And many people were telling me around me that I should talk more about my journey. If my journey can help others to get inspired and to do really well in their lives, I should do this. So that was my main aim. And now in that journey, if even few people are watching my videos, even few people are subscribing to my channel, it should not really matter to me. What matters to me is to make that positive difference in somebody's life. Another thing I learned is that success is not always the way it is you had imagined. You don't always feel the same way as you imagined that you would feel when you arrive at that point. I have experienced that more than once. Once when I finished my PhD and I passed and I was called a doctor, I did not feel anything what I'd imagined I would. And again, with 1000 subscribers, it was a big thing in my head, but when I arrived at that point, it wasn't that big of a thing. So always try to enjoy the journey than destination. And so you're still seeing me here because when I thought of quitting my channel, I thought to myself, look, nobody owes me anything. If you have subscribed to my channel, I'm grateful. I'm super thankful. I don't owe you anything, right? This was my choice to put myself here, to share my journey and to talk about these things which can help others. And if I'm doing that, that should be the end goal. I should not really chase those numbers, because you know what? Numbers are going to be byproduct. As far as I'm enjoying the process, which I am, I should really enjoy the journey too. And this YouTube journey has really helped me to learn about a new field, cameras, editing, filming, confidence of talking to camera, and many more things which I would not have learned if it wasn't for YouTube. So considering all these things, I decided not to quit my YouTube channel, and you're watching me today here. So if you are somebody who is facing the same thing where you don't really know what does reaching 1000 subscriber means, take it from me. It means anything you want it to mean. You should look at it as one of your achievements because you have started from scratch. You have learned a lot through journey, and your success should be about all your learnings and not just merely a number. I hope this video was helpful. Do let me know in the comment section what parts of the video you related the most to. Take care. Until next video. Bye.